You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello you degenerate fucks, and welcome to The Degenerate Gambler. It's Thursday the 22nd of August, and I'm back with another episode. A bit late this week, apologies for that. It was very busy yesterday. I had everything prepped, but just didn't have time to record. So, look, last week was the first week of the Premier League, and it was a pretty good week for me. My main bet won, and I had two other small winners and a couple of near misses too, so it's always nice to be knocking on the door. So look, I'm not spending loads of time going over last week's bets, but the main bet was both to score 5-timer. Was waiting on a goal in the Bournemouth game. They did have one disallowed too in the first half, so that was kind of thinking like, you know, is it going to come back and haunt me? But fortunately for me, it didn't. They scored pretty late on, but yeah, so that was £158 return on that. The other bet, my side bet, which was I went for teams to win. At one stage, I had 4 winning and Gillingham were drawn, but then Mansfield conceded, Gillingham scored. So it just needed Mansfield to score, then they conceded, so that was kind of it. But then they scored a penalty later on, so look, I got a bit of a sweat out of it. And to be honest, if while Mansfield were winning, Gillingham had scored, I'd have took the cash shoot because it was like 38-1, so it was a big price bet. And I think I'm going to, for the first couple of weeks here, I'm going to stick with either over twos, both to score as the main bet and wins as the side bet, because there's some good prices out there. Some very, very good prices on wins, because I'd said this before, the start of the season, you know, bookies don't really know who's the form team, so it's harder for them to price up games. You know, like I had Watford last week, 7-5 at home, and they won easy. So, look, that's going to be the strategy. But as I say, the other bets on Saturday evening, there was a bet 10 get 10 offer on the Villa game. So I did a bet builder there. It was 6-1, so I paid 70, and then that night, I had another evening bet that was actually teams to win and stuff, and a last minute Inter Milan equaliser, done that. Inter Milan conceded an equaliser in the fucking 97th minute or something, penalty. That would have won, but I took 3 of the games out of that. It hadn't started yet, and I think I added Barcelona to it, and I put like £8 odds that I had on odds in my account. So that ended up paying 72, but with 5 minutes to go, Barca were winning 2-1. I just took it because at the end of the day, you know, that's, you know, add the 70 and 60 together, you know, 130 on top of the 158. So I say it was just under £200 in winnings. So a good week. So let's hope that continues. I did also on Sunday, I did invest more than I'd planned to, but again, when I was up, I just thought, you know, I'll strike while the iron's hot. So I did a accumulator, which was close, and then I did a Super Yankee and only got 2 winners. It returned about £3. So look, the Super Yankees haven't been going well, but I'm going to keep them going for another few weeks and see how we go. I am confident that I'll get, you know, 3 to 4, because, you know, I picked 2 bets on Saturday where I had 5 up out of 5 and 4 up out of 5. So, you know, I should be able to do that on a Sunday. The logic's there. It's just I'm picking the wrong selections. So look, that was Saturday, Sunday. I did have a bet on Tuesday night that was waiting on 1 goal. So another near miss. But again, you know, look, you're getting a sweat. The least you can ask for is a sweat. You know, to be able to, going into the last few minutes of a bet, still have a chance of winning. So yeah, look, that was the bets that I've done. I'll now get into the stats. So there was 10 games in the Premier League and 12 in every other league last week, which is 82 games in England. And, you know, I'd love to do this for all the big leagues, you know, Spain, Italy, whatever. But it's just, you know, it takes a while as it is, never mind, you know, doing another maybe 5 leagues, 6 leagues. You know, if I had a bit more time, I would do it because I do find it interesting. But anyway, in the Premier League, of the 10 games, 6 favourites won. There was 2 draws and 2 outsiders. Championship, there was 6 favourites, 5 draws, 1 outsider. League 1, 6 favourites, 3 draws, 3 outsiders. League 2, 5 favourites, 4 draws, 3 outsiders. National League, 9 favourites won. There was 2 draws and 1 outsider. In the National League North, 6 favourites, 2 draws, 4 outsiders. In the National League South, only 4 favourites, 3 draws and 5 outsiders. So in total, out of the 82 games, 42 favourites won, 21 draws, which is quite big, and 19 outsiders, which is sort of around average. And in percentage terms, so 51% of favourites won, which is, you know, it's not amazing, but it's decent. On the overs, on the both to score, so Premier League, only 3 games over, which is not likely, or not usual in the Premier League. So 3 games were over 2.5, 7 weren't. In the Championship, 8 games were over 2.5, 4 weren't. League 1, 7 games were over 2.5 and 5 weren't. League 2, 6 games over, 6 not. National League, 5 games over, 7 not. National League North, 9 games over and 3 not. And then 4 games over in the National League South and 8 not. So in total that was 42 again out of 82. So that again is 51%. And then the both to score, Premier League, 4 both to score, 6 not. Championship, 5 both to score, 7 not. In League 1 it was 6 and 6. In League 2 it was 4 both to score, 8 not. Same again in the National League, 4 both to score, 8 not. In the National League North it was 6 and 6. And in the National League South it was 5 and 7. So in total that was only 34 games that were both to score, which was 41%. So look, you know, a decent week. Not, you know, both to score wasn't amazing, so I'm kind of happy that I was able to get a bet up. You know, it actually, you know, there was 8 less, sorry, than there was overs. So the fact that I was able to, you know, 4 games in the Premier League, and I had one, you know, I had games in other leagues that only had 3 or 4 or 5 games that were both to score. So that's good. I'm happy with that. And you know what? I'm thinking now that I'm doing this. If you saw my TikTok video I put out about the stats, I might start posting this. I might start posting this on, say, like a Sunday or a Monday for the pre. Now, well, then you wait until the games are over. I could post it on a Saturday after I do my bets. Anyway, that's something for me to think about. But yeah, let's move on to this week's bets. So again, still early season, so there's not a lot of form that I can go on other than, you know, games against each other in the past, or just, you know, have the start of the season scoring goals. That's for the both to score. For the wins as well, it's the same. It's just looking at teams that I fancy. You know, there's very little to go on as far as stats. So anyway, guess what? I forgot to write the prices down. Right, it doesn't matter. I don't need to give you the prices. I know the total price anyway. I don't know why I forgot to do that. So anyway, first game. These are all both to score. Palace West Ham, Fulham Leicester, Blackburn Oxford, Exeter Peterborough. Is that Cheltenham Wimbledon? Let me just have a look. Yeah, Cheltenham Wimbledon. So in total, that comes to 12-1 plus a bonus of, I think, 12%. So it takes it up to about 140 return for your £10, your 2-point stake. Well, my 2-point stake. Right, on to teams to win. Now, I had picked 5 here. I'll give you the 5th game if you want it, but I ended up coming back and just picking 4. I ended up, just picking 4, but I'll certainly give you the 5th one, and you can delete as you want, take swap one out. But anyway, the first game is Forest away at Southampton. They're 7-4. Burnley away to Sunderland. They're 27-20. Barca at home to Bilbao. They're 8-13. And AC Milan away to Parma. They're 7-10. So that comes to 16-1. The other team I looked at was Arsenal away to Villa. They were 7-10 as well. But in the end, I looked at it and went, last week I went for a massive high price and won, total price was high. It was 38-1. And, one let me down. This is a side bet, I'm not looking to win massive money with it. So whatever it is, 16-1, that's 80, 90 quid or whatever it is, I'll be happy to win. So that's 2 bets. Good luck if you're posting them, if you're following them. Looking at midweek, there is League Cup again, so we get a bit of midweek action. I'll probably again stick with goals and any bet I do there. The EFL Cup, there's 18 games on Tuesday. There's 3 Champions League qualifying games on Tuesday, and there's a couple of La Liga games. On Wednesday, there's 7 more EFL, 4 more Champions League. There's some Europa Conference League and 5 games in La Liga. And then I think on Thursday, it's Europa League again. Let's double check. Yeah, so there's loads of loads of Europa Conference League and Europa League. There's also 2 games in Spain as well. So a decent midweek of betting. Yeah, as the season sort of really starts to pick up as we get towards the end of the Europa League qualification, Champions League qualification, leagues get started, we'll start to get a bit of form. So listen, let's just hope I can, get a decent bet up this week. So that's everything. Just leaves me to say, if you are doing a bet, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.